Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man. People going around blaming Bo-Mac and Terrence Crawford for the loss of Amir Khan. Also said that I heard that Amir Khan's wife was the one that reached out to Bo-Mac to train Amir Khan for the Kell Brook fight. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, that subscribe button, the bell icon button, hit all notifications. And that's kind of how Virgil Hunter kind of got a bad rap, where people say, well, Virgil don't train nothing about a fighter. I mean, you got to think about this for a minute. He had Andre Berto. What's the other kid? Amir Khan. He had a few other people he had, on his team. But it's hard to, to change something about a fighter, middle of their career after losses, when they've been boxing, they've been boxing for their whole life. You think a camp or two camps or 5 camps or 10 camps are going to change a fighter? It's going to change a fighter? No. It's not going to change a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Did Bo-Mac give him the best chance to win? I mean, I don't know, bro. It had to be somebody that, it had to be somebody that that knew, who knew Amir Khan the best. But like I said before, one camp wasn't going to change it. One camp wasn't going to change all the bad habits. Virgil Hunter couldn't do it. Virgil Hunter couldn't do it, bro. So I mean, like I said before, Bo-Mac was supposed to do it in one training camp. Only thing he could try to do is just give him a different. You really just gotta push him a certain direction. I don't know. But they definitely not to blame. Amir Khan, legs is gone, chin never been the greatest, and this is what you get. And there's a reason why, out of love, his wife, as it says right here, meet Amir Khan's trainer Bo-Mac, who linked up thanks to Britt's boxer's wife, has beaten Brook before. I mean, like, we couldn't tell. And this what happened. She did it out of love. She knew, usually your significant other know you just as well as anybody, even your parents, depending on how long y'all been together. And she did it out of love. She knew that, she didn't do this she didn't reach out to somebody different from the all the other fights. She didn't reach out nothing different, nobody different. They knew what type of danger he was in versus Kell Brook, and out of desperation, out of being desperation, he probably tried to train as hard as he could in a short amount of time and do everything right. He knew Kell Brook had his number. It was nothing that, Bo-Mac was going to be able to do. Crawford could have been able to do that could have got them together. When your legs is gone, they gone. When your chin, you don't have a chin, you don't have the best defense, and all your game is predicated on reflexes and speed. This will happen. His hand speed still there. His hand speed is still there for sure. His hand speed is definitely still there. He don't have the legs no more, and then he never picked up on the technique. It's nothing that they could really do. Nothing they can really do at this point. How, people continue to blame them, but people say, well, I want to see Bo-Mac get a loss on this record and all that. It is what it is. That's what boxing is about: wins and losses, wins, draws, and losses. And coming back in the advance, nothing that Bo-Mac could have did. He gave him as much as he could getting into camp. Maybe they was banking on Kell Brook not having nothing else left and kind of beating him with his hand speed bare minimum. But like I said before, his wife knew what he was up against. She knew that he feared Kell Brook. Maybe everybody else didn't feel that way. But I can tell. I mean, he going back to the UK fighting Paul McCloskey and fighting Julio Diaz when you could be fighting Kell Brook. He knew Kell Brook was smashing the bits. He knew it. And the fighter knows. He knew Kell Brook was going to smash him. He knew. So I mean, at the end of the day, nothing that Kell, Brook, and you know, I mean, can nothing that Bo-Mac done different. They felt that he looked good in camp. That's what they were saying, and that's what they supposed to say. Nobody ever comes out of camp and say, "Well, I didn't look good, don't feel the best." See how I feel after fight night. Nobody ever says that. His wife reaching out to them, she knew what type of fear he had for Kell Brook, and that fear was in the ring. You know, the only reason he didn't get knocked out in the first round or before the sixth, you know, or earlier, was because his pride would let him hit the floor versus Kell Brook. He knew what Kell Brook was going to do to him all them years. Ain't nothing changed but the numbers on the range, and the reason why he lost his fight. But you can't blame this on Bo-Mac. Can't blame this on Khan. They prepared him the best that they could prepare him. Then you don't even know if you get you don't even know, you know, you never, it's like driving a car. You know, for the first time, you don't really know what he can do. You can push it to his limits, but you only really gonna know what he really can do, how it performs throughout time, throughout the, you know, 4 seasons, autumn, winter, spring, summer. You only gonna know what that car can do. And he just got a brand new car in Amir Khan. Very used car, a lot of mileage on it. So he don't really know Amir Khan. Amir Khan can be saying, I'm okay. He don't know when to reel back, when to push Amir Khan. He don't know what make Amir Khan tick. He don't know why Amir Khan. I mean, if Virgil Hunter couldn't do it, I mean, what make y'all can do? And Virgil was with him for quite a few fights. Freddie was with him. He at the end of the day, he tried to learn all defense too late. You know, for all them years, Freddie Roach, offense. That's what Freddie Roach did. And he tried to use defense for Virgil Hunter, and it don't work. He's better off trading himself for this fight. Keeping that money in his pocket. Really, better off having his wife in his corner. But he ain't got nothing left. And this is what happened to Roy. This is exactly what happened to Roy. Other than, fluctuating in weight and coming back down, which was a dumb decision. But obviously, boxing is a sport of chances. But he came back down and his reflexes was gone. Reflex is gone. And you ain't got you can't build technique over a year. And Amir Khan never had technique. Even in his offense. The way he lead off with hooks, leave him vulnerable. It's fast. But if somebody punch with you, it's gonna be very, very interesting. Very interesting, bro. But when fighter done, he done. Amir Khan over in the UK never teach defense. You got a few guys like Ben Davison and Shane McGuigan now teaching defense. Adam Booth don't teach no defense. With dude that Kell Brook with don't teach no defense. Defense is, you got to remember, you can't change these dudes' boxing attributes and sharpen their skills in one fight. Virgil Hunter had him for how long? You talking about Virgil Hunter had him for, I don't know, per se 5 years. Let's say 10 fights, per se, for example. This dude been fighting since he was a kid, bro. How can you change that? How can you change that? How can you change a lifetime of 25 years old, 28 years old, 20 years old? How can you change that? It's just repetition. Mental repetition, looking at tape, seeing what he's doing wrong. That's why they say you got to start boxing early. A lot of times they say, well, 15 is the threshold right there. 15 might be too late. That's really the threshold. They like you start boxing, as soon as possible. When whoever his trainer was in an amateur system in UK, they allow him to build them bad habits. Chin flying in the air, not knowing how. Like Virgil Hunter said, if he had Khan from when he was from the early stages, he would be a beast. So can't nobody, his wife can reach out and all that, but can't nobody change that. Not this late in the game. Shit, when he came out to amateurs, that was the time to change it. Right then and there. That was the time to change it. And you don't necessarily have to just move your head, bro. It's just defense is just rolling, picking, hands up, chin tuck when you punch, stepping up when you pull out, making sure everything tucked and tight when you get inside, making yourself a small target. It's different. It's not just upper body torso movement. You're getting using your legs to get you off your spot, keep your chin tucked, picking shots, seeing the shots. You know what I'm saying? Punching with somebody, seeing the opening. So it is what it is. This could save time, but hey, like I said before, too late in the game. This was the move that as soon as he came out the amateurs, this was the move that his handler should have made. You really gotta look to project. You gotta really look to project what a fighter need when he come out the amateurs. Lucky for Timothy Bradley, which is my second Timothy Bradley reference. Today from another video. The thing about it is he was lucky enough to get with Joel Diaz, and Joel Diaz was able to turn his amateur style to a professional style, which ain't nobody see that coming from Timothy Bradley in the amateurs. So you got to take a guy, you got to get somebody in the profession. That's why a lot of people say, well, you didn't build a fighter from the ground up. And I just look at that point. I mean, that's fine. That is big, building a fighter from the ground up. A lot of people say that till you did that, you ain't a real trainer. But it's a reason why you have why they have this notion that amateur trainers can't train in the professionals. They only can train 3-4 round fights. So it's a difference when it's a difference. It's a difference, bro. So I mean, at the end of the day, amateur professional coaches, they serve a purpose too. And Amir Khan just didn't get with the right. He didn't get with the right professional coach, and that's just even with Freddie Roach, great coach, all that, but he didn't get with the right professional coach to really do with his skills, take his skill set to where it should be, and that's just technique. Khan, I hate to put this on him. He like on the Rory Jones list, like a guy that was just everything predicated on reflexes and that's what everything pretty much is built on. And it shouldn't be for him, it should be built up with some technique and some fine tuning and keep your hands, your chin tuck when you pulling out, not pulling out high. And then he got this amateurish style where he throw punches and he roll out, he roll out the same way punch roll out with his chin high. You know what I'm saying? He got this amateurish type of style where he punching and rolling out, and you know what I'm saying? Where he never learned how to punch and punch and do something different and slide out instead of rolling out the same way. Learn to slide out or slide inside or keep everything tight. So I mean, it is what it is, man. If you want to find me on social media, hit the tree link in the description. Find me everywhere I'm producing content or I'm on social media. Want to make a financial donation, $ Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance notification. We go live. Shout out the boxing, I don't know, welterweight playlist for videos like this. Let me know in boxing playlist. Let me know.